Okay, so someone else knows what's happening here?
That's right.
Okay.
So a few questions for you, Andrea. The first is, how was your family treated by the Madison Police Department following the death of your son? The second is, how would you recommend that the Madison Police Department treat families in your situation?
How we were treated immediately following my son's death. I would say, I think terrorists get better treatment than my family got. We were met with a wall of silence. We were given no information. I was separated from my family. I was treated as if I had committed a crime. I was not afforded the right to touch the thing that I brought into this world and raised and was mine. I was given no respect. I was given no information. For me to have to find out on the 9 o'clock news that it was a police-involved shooting as I sit in a room with a bunch of police officers that watch me scream and cry for my baby who's in a room next to me that I'm not allowed to touch. It's extremely disgusting. I should have never had to be told by the news. To be then locked out of the hospital that my son lay dead in and given no explanation on why. I've still not been given an explanation for the reasons why we were treated in the manner we were treated. We were given no respect for the fact that regardless of however they've tried to spin the situation and who my child was, that I was his mother and that was my baby. And at one point in time, he was a baby. He was 2 years old. He was learning to crawl. He learned to talk. I raised him. He smiled. He laughed. And whatever he was when he died, he was mine. And he was unarmed. And he needed help. And it was 6 o'clock in the evening. And I don't understand if there's 5 mental health professionals that are on duty, why in a complete and constant conversation of what was going on with him, why those mental health professionals were not available at the time when my child was being shot to death in a dark hallway, unarmed and unaware of the presence of any police officer. We were treated as if we were criminals. I was given no information over and over and over again, but continuously asked to give information on something I knew nothing about. I think that in any future, a person, any law enforcement person, any person that works with the city, whoever it is, if you're approaching a family who's just lost someone in their family, regardless of the situation, regardless of what you think it is, and definitely before you have all of the information, you should be treating that person as if they're somebody in your own family. Give them the respect they're due. I was a mother and I lost my son.
I think it's,
You want to say that?
Andrew and I have talked about this one time about what would be the role, what could we expect from a police department should we be in her situation? And I'm going to recommend something, and at first you're going to say, that's absolutely nuts, but prepare me out. That there be an officer from the department assigned to that family, to the victim's family.
Yes, that should definitely.
Whether they wish to talk there, and I think we were talking about that, so I wouldn't have talked to him or her at first, but eventually I would have because I wasn't getting any information. So that one step would be something that I guess I would expect that a professional police department would be able to do, and that is assign somebody for there to be as a liaison for the pain and agony that everyone in the community is going through, that would help somehow this needed healing.
especially the family.
Yes.
And maybe that would be something that Captain Roman could bring back to the department. Just think about it.
I just want to say that, there needs to be an entire revamping of this situation. These types of what, I mean, I have nobody, I don't ever sit up and try to say that I don't believe my son was murdered. I believe he was murdered.
He's murdered.
And in this situation, I don't ever want to be a mother that goes and sits with another mother, because those are the people that got me through. Was the other mothers, was Dontre Hamilton's mother, was Michael Brown's father, who came and talked to me and helped me try to even sort out what was going on. I think that it definitely needs to be some form of person on the police department side, on the city side, the city that is sitting in my face at 2 a.m. trying to talk to me about taking my son's organs, come to me in more of a situation and try to give me some form of a even if it's a pretend that we care. I care. We might care for you. We might care about what happened, care what's been happened to your family. But it is, the next time this happens, you have to learn from your mistakes. You cannot sit with someone and make them feel as if they're the ones that committed the crime, or they're the ones that has killed their own loved one. I deserved more respect than I got from the beginning all the way until now. To take things from me and maliciously take things from me, take Mother's Day and shove it up whoever's rear behind, to take the days of that mean something to my family, to sit and release my address, take my safety, take my entire well-being with my other children after the fact. We should have been given more respect than what was given. I've done nothing wrong.